Briefing the Security Council on the recent visit to the Afghan city Kabul, the Council's president said the security situation remains highly volatile. He expressed concerns over increasing numbers of casualties as terrorist groups, including newcomers, are adopting increasingly violent tactics.
During the visit, Security Council members noted concern with the persistence of insecurity, especially with the intensification of terrorism activities in the north and of Afghanistan, and the regrouping of foreign terrorist fighters coming out of Syria and Iraq in Afghanistan. We urge the intensification of the peace and reconciliation, knowing that a military solution cannot be sufficient without a political process.
U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, said that the Trump administration's policy in Afghanistan was working, saying talks between the government and the Taliban are closer than ever before. U.S. President Donald Trump's Afghan plan involves shifting from a time-based approach to fighting America's longest war to emphasize linking U.S. assistance to concrete results and cooperation from the Afghan government.
The U.S. policy on Afghanistan is working. We could see dramatic changes in terms of what the U.S. policy has been doing. We are seeing that we're closer to talks with the Taliban and the peace process than we've seen before. We really are going to continue to work towards a peace process, with the goal being that we do not want Afghanistan to be a safe haven for terrorism anymore. And so we continue to go down that path.
Ethiopia's top opposition figure was released from prison as part of the government's recent pledge to release detained politicians and widen the democratic space for all. He was arrested over a year ago under the country's state of emergency after he returned from Europe, where he had briefed European lawmakers on widespread and sometimes deadly anti-government protests. The head of the United Nations support mission in Libya told the Security Council that the fragile and shaky status quo in the country is not sustainable. He said that military forces are showing their might in many parts of Libya. He also said that civilians continue to be killed or injured in crossfire and indiscriminate attacks, adding that the arms embargo in Libya has never been so important. Heavy snow and strong winds across Poland have created difficult road conditions, causing accidents and traffic jams. Motorists are driving more slowly in many areas, while pedestrians have to negotiate slippery paths. However, more snowfall is expected. Pope Francis denounced the use of violence to achieve political gains as he traveled to the heart of Chile's centuries-old conflict with indigenous peoples, where several church burnings have been blamed on radical factions pressing for their cause. Libyan Coast Guard officials said they rescued 245 migrants of different African nationalities from 2 boats off the coast of Libya. The rescue operation took place in 2 stages and was carried out by the Coast Guard vessel Sabrata shortly after they received a distress call. Romania's president named a European Member of Parliament as the country's next Prime Minister and potentially its first female leader. Viorica Dancila, a member of the ruling Social Democratic Party, was named by the president.